from the wild, vast reaches of interplanetary space, Space Patrol!
In deep space, near the outer reaches of the United Planets, the Space Patrol battlecruiser Terra 5 is in free fall on the Pluto orbit. Aboard the sleek spaceship is the Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol, Buzz Corey. Buzz has taken his cadet, Happy, on an extensive training flight.
All right, cadet. Identify that blip you see on the radar scope.
Oh, that's easy, Commander. That's Pluto.
How do you know?
Well, first our course is set for Pluto.
Huh?
And then the instruments tell us that the object that's causing the blip is 1,500 DUs ahead of us.
Right.
And according to our schedule, we should be 1,500 DUs from Pluto right now, so our radar signal has to be bouncing back to us from Pluto.
That's right, but how did you know what the instrument readings were? You never even looked at them.
Oh, well, I sort of had a feeling you might ask me to identify that blip.
Yes?
So I checked them beforehand.
I see. Good boy, Hank.
Laboratory ship X-21, calling Space Patrol Headquarters, Terra. Lab ship X-21, calling Space Patrol Headquarters, Terra.
Space Patrol Headquarters, Terra, go ahead.
This is Professor Bradshaw, calling Commander Corey.
I'm sorry, Commander Corey is not at headquarters.
But I must reach him at once. This is an emergency.
I'll try to reach him for you. Please stand by. Space Patrol Headquarters to Commander Corey aboard Terra 5. Space Patrol Headquarters to Commander Corey aboard Terra 5.
This is Commander Corey. Go ahead.
There is an emergency call from laboratory ship X-21 for you, sir. Professor Bradshaw is standing by. Will you speak with him?
Professor Bradshaw, yes, put him through, please.
Gee, Commander, what do you suppose the emergency is?
I don't know. X-21 is a ship stationed in an orbit beyond Pluto.
Oh, sure, I remember. The lab ship just sits out there and studies the outer galaxies.
Yeah, that's the one.
Commander Corey,
Yes, Professor, what can I do for you?
we've just picked up something on our radar scope, Commander. An object headed this way from deep in the outer galaxy.
You can't identify it?
No, it's still too far away. Although it's approaching rapidly. It still appears only as a blip on the scope.
Have you computed its speed?
Yes. We have calculated it will arrive at 0 at 2100.
Several hours from now, sir.
You say it's moving fast. Could it be within range of my ship's radar yet?
Oh, no, sir. It has just come within range of our laboratory scope.
I see. Professor, my position isn't far from yours. Would you object to my coming aboard?
No, certainly not, Commander. I'd feel much better if you did. Frankly, I don't like the looks of this.
Very well, Professor. We'll change course at once. Corey out. Stand by to fire rockets.
Standing by, sir.
Where's Carol?
She's back in the aft compartment, sir.
Carol?
Yes, Buzz.
Stand by, we're firing rockets.
All right, standing by.
Commander Corey calling X-21, calling X-21.
X-21, Professor Bradshaw. Go ahead, Commander.
We're approaching your ship now. We'll magnetize to your hull and come aboard immediately.
You made good time, Commander.
Any new developments?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes. It appears much closer now. And there is more definition.
Can you identify it?
I'm afraid so, Commander. Unless I missed my guess. We're about to be invaded by an entire fleet of ships from the outer galaxy.
What?
Yes, the blip shows up as a group of pinpoints, flying in formation.
All right, Professor, stand by. We'll be coming aboard at once. Corey out.
Professor Henry.
Yes, what is it?
We're having company. Commander Corey is closing in to magnetize to our hull. He and his party will be aboard in about 5 minutes.
Three ships. And they're headed this way, too.
According to our calculations, they are traveling at an almost unbelievable speed.
I don't like the way they're flying in formation. Makes them appear almost military.
Smoking rockets, Commander. You don't think we're about to be invaded?
Anything's possible, Happy. There's so little we know about the outer galaxy. They seem to be headed directly toward this ship. Have they tried to communicate with you in any way?
I haven't heard anything.
Buzz, I don't like this.
I don't either, Carol. Excuse me. Yes. Commander Corey, emergency to Space Patrol Headquarters, Terra.
Attention, people of the United Planets. You are soon to be invaded by an invincible force from the planet Maxid.
I was right.
It is useless to resist. We have observed your civilization for many years. We know your language, your capabilities. Your primitive methods of defense cannot withstand our superior forces. To attempt to resist will mean your destruction. We shall await word from your leaders that you have surrendered. Act quickly, or be destroyed.
Smoking rockets, I was right.
Oh, Buzz, this is unbelievable.
I was afraid of something like this.
What are we going to do?
First, I'm going to finish that call. Commander Corey, emergency to Space Patrol Headquarters, Terra. Commander Corey to Space Patrol Headquarters, Terra, emergency.
Space Patrol Headquarters, go ahead, Commander.
Send out an emergency alarm to all units. All Space Patrol units converge near position of laboratory ship X-21. Stand by for further orders to withstand an alien invasion. I'll direct operations from aboard X-21 with Professors Bradshaw and Henry. Corey out. Afraid we're going to have to make use of your lab ship, Professor. We'll need the advantage of its long-range radar.
Certainly, Commander. By all means.
Professor Bradshaw, what is it? What's going on?
I'm afraid our suspicions were correct. It is an enemy fleet of alien ships.
Aliens? Invasion? Commander Corey, what are we going to do? For the moment, we wait. I don't know.
Some of the units should be reporting in soon.
Pluto will be first. It's closest.
Quite a ship you got here, Professor.
Yeah, very efficient.
Just you and Professor Henry run it all alone?
Oh, no, there's Johnson, too. But he's away right now.
He went to Pluto to get some technical material we need.
You'll excuse me, I must check some instruments.
We're here. They're here. We're going to be invaded.
No, it isn't the aliens.
Pluto Space Patrol Unit 73, calling X-21.
This is Commander Corey aboard X-21. Go ahead.
Major Hanson, commanding Unit 73, reporting, sir. We're inside of X-21.
Stand by in battle formation, Major. Maintain a free-fall orbit approximately 50 DUs aft of X-21. Corey out.
Buzz, they must have accelerated. They're almost on top of us now.
Smoking rockets. Here they come.
Major Hanson, they're closing in. Stand by to engage in combat.
Commander, I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand?
If the aliens are close, they should be within range of my ship's radar scope. But there isn't a sign of a blip. Nothing within 1,000 DUs.
Commander, what happened? The blip is gone. The alien fleet just disappeared.
It's impossible.
Attention, Space Patrol.
That's us.
You have failed to heed my warning. Your primitive spaceships are powerless to act against the phantom fleet of Maxim.
Phantom Fleet.
Already we are well within the boundaries of your system. Your patrol units have been outmaneuvered. Your planets are unprotected. You have had your first warning. The second warning will come in exactly 15 minutes. Your planet, known as Earth, will be bombed.
Earth? How could they possibly get to Earth in 15 minutes?
If they can just disappear like they did, I guess they can do just about anything.
I'm afraid you're right, Cadet. And the worst of it is, we are powerless to do anything about it.
And now, back to Space Patrol.
Earth, Space Patrol headquarters to Commander Corey. Devastating explosion reported at High Sierra Mountain Range. Earth, unprotected in absence of Space Patrol fleet units. Earth, Space Patrol headquarters to Commander Corey. Commander Corey, inhabitants of Earth near Canada threat. Request emergency conditions. Committee demands protection of Space Patrol. Fear alien Phantom Fleet will strike again. Earth radar stations unable to establish effects on Phantom Fleet.
Poor Buzz, he feels responsible for all this.
You mean because he ordered all units here?
Buzz, do you have any idea how a whole fleet of ships could prevent detection by a radar beam?
Well, if they'd only scrambled our radar, I could understand it, but this just can't be happening.
I have that information you requested, Commander.
Will it help us?
I called your headquarters, and United Planet Communications picked up the same voice we did.
The alien?
They were able to get only an approximate fix.
They must not have talked long
The
enough.
report indicates a powerful transmitter located somewhere in this general vicinity.
Oh, that's no help.
But, Commander, when that voice came in over the open channel, well, the Phantom Fleet was in this general vicinity according to our radar scope.
Well, place else and show up this whole thing as a phony.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
There's nothing for us but to believe what we've seen.
Well, I don't want to believe it.
Neither do I, Commander. But we know there is life and civilization in deep space. And for this evidence, we have no choice but to consider the facts. They are a superior race. And they have decided to move in on us.
Are you suggesting that we give in to them, Professor Bradshaw?
Do you honestly think we have any choice in this matter?
I can answer that for you, Professor. Whatever this threat is we're facing, we won't surrender without a fight.
Just where are you going to fight them? If you can't see them, you don't know where they are. And if you don't know where they are, where are you going to fight them?
Attention, people of the United Planets. You have failed to heed the second warning. If your leaders continue to refuse to surrender, you will feel the devastating blow of the third and final warning. Your capital, Terra, will be destroyed.
That answers your question, Professor. They called their shot the first time. Maybe they'll repeat it this time.
Are you going to tear up?
Hap and I are. You stay here where you'll be safe.
Oh, but
no
Buzz,
time to argue. Come on, Hap. Get your spacesuit. Get your helmet.
I don't like it. I'm afraid Commander Corey has gone on another wild goose chase.
What did you want him to do? Just sit back and not even try to fight them?
No, of course not. After all, he does have his duty to perform, even if it costs him his life.
Terra, sir. How many Space Patrol units do you think will get to Terra in time, sir?
Well, 4 or 5 should be there by the time we arrive.
X21 calling calling Terra the 5th.
It's Carol.
X21 calling Terra the 5th.
This is Commander Corey. That you, Carol?
Yes, Buzz, I called you as soon as I saw it.
So what?
The Phantom Fleet. It's appeared on the radar scope again.
Can you compute its position?
I already have. It's approaching Terra, approximately 10,000 DU's distance.
Check it out quickly. Right, sir. They're within our range then, Carol. We'll be able to pick them up on our scope.
Commander, I can't see anything.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. It's just a blip caused by Terra itself, that's all.
Carol, can you still see it on your scope?
Well, yes, Buzz, I just told you.
Never mind. Corey out.
Commander, why should the fleet show up on one radar scope and not on another when it's within range of both of them?
You just answered that question yourself, Happy.
I did, sir? Hey, you're changing course. I thought we were going to Terra.
We were, but that won't be necessary now. Call all patrol units, tell them to return to their home stations.
What?
I have some special instructions for the Terra unit.
But, Commander, that explosion on Earth, what if it happens to Terra?
Come on, cadet, get on that spacer phone.
Yes, sir. Calling all Space Patrol units.
Professor, look.
Oh, they've shown up again.
Yes, in near Terra.
Quickly, call Commander Corey. Tell him to give it up. It's useless.
I already have.
What did you say?
I said I already have. And you know, the funny thing, Professor, he said he couldn't find it on his view scope, even though it's within range.
You should not have called him, Miss Carroll.
But, Professor, you just said...
Never mind what I said. You should not have called him, Miss Carroll.
Professor Bradshaw, what are you... You... Where's Professor Henry?
That's no concern of yours.
Yes, it is.
Attention, people of the United Planets. Attention, people of the United Planets. The hour of destruction of Terra is rapidly approaching. The hour of destruction...
I wouldn't count on that, Professor Henry.
Well, we have visitors.
So that's how you did it. A magnetic recording machine.
Yes. It was really quite simple. Merely a video signal depicting a fleet of spaceships magnetically recorded and fed into the lead-in from our radar antenna. Result, a corresponding blip on the scope. And all this coming from this ship itself.
And you with a mysterious voice.
You'd be surprised at the size of the transmitter on this lab ship.
And you'd be surprised what sort of trouble you can get into trying to throw a fast one like this.
We will still be successful in bringing the United Planets to the point of surrender. The people are panic-stricken. They'll demand that their leaders give up. And don't forget, we made good our first warning on Earth.
Oh, one ship could have done that.
One ship did.
Johnson. The man who went after supplies.
No one knows that but you.
Maybe not, Henry.
What?
She's communicated with Corey.
You let her do that?
I was back here with you.
What are we going to do? If Commander Corey comes back, what are we going to do?
I don't know what we're going to do. But I'm sure that Commander Corey wouldn't want any harm to be done to Miss Carroll.
Major, take this Johnson into Terra. Get word to the people as quickly as possible that the Phantom Fleet was a false alarm. Corey out.
And those professors said that Johnson had gone for supplies.
With all the Space Patrol ships drawn out of position, it was easy for Johnson's ship to drop a missile undetected.
I sure hope Carroll's not in any trouble.
We'll soon know. We're approaching the lab ship now. Stand by to fire magnetic arms to their hull.
Standing by, sir.
Let's get up and give them a reception up there. Come.
Already happy? Yes, sir. Now remember, they'll be expecting us down there, so be careful. Don't worry, sir, I will. Okay, stand by to lower hydraulic ladder.
back to Space Patrol.
Carol, you all right?
Oh, I am now. Where's Happy?
Well, he's in a free fall with our two friends. We'll pick him up in a minute.
Oh.
I'm sorry I left you in such a spot.
Oh, I don't mind at all, Buzz. As long as you got me out again.
This is quite a setup, wasn't it?
It's so realistic. Well, you know, with that blip on the radar scope, it... Buzz, what's that? Is it another phantom from outer space?
No, Carol. That's no phantom. That's my cadet.